Some children don't lose their childhood in one sudden moment. Instead, it slips away quietly. No one announces that they're becoming adults. One day, they simply realize that someone has to take responsibility, and that someone might as well be them. This is the story of children who grew up too fast. One early duty, one heavy burden, and suddenly, innocence is replaced with maturity. Early responsibility. Psychologists describe this as parentification. A child is asked to manage emotions, sometimes their own, sometimes those of others, long before they're ready. The brain adapts by pushing aside its own needs. They learn to stay calm, to solve problems, to act mature. But beneath that strength lies a hidden truth. Their feelings were taught to come last. They weren't born strong. They became strong because life gave them no other choice. Survival independence. The second adaptation is survival independence. Developmental psychology shows that when children cannot rely on consistent care, they build early self-reliance. They stop asking for help. They stop expecting comfort. They carry burdens alone, even when they shouldn't have to. As adults, they appear capable, composed, and resilient, yet inside they wrestle with doubt, struggling to trust support that feels temporary, fearing it might vanish at any moment. Split maturity. Emotional growth doesn't unfold evenly when rushed. Some parts mature too quickly, while others remain unfinished. They may appear wise, serious, and responsible, yet inside they feel conflicted, confused, guilty, or emotionally unfulfilled. They never had the chance to learn how to depend on others safely, so needing someone feels foreign, even dangerous. Uneasy rest. Fourth is uneasy rest. For those who grew up too fast, rest often feels unsafe. Calm moments were followed by chaos, so their nervous system learned to stay alert. Doing nothing feels wrong. They feel valuable only when they're needed. Psychology links this to chronic stress adaptation in childhood, where vigilance becomes the default state. Guilt for needing. Fifth, guilt for needing. Research shows that early responsibility often plants the belief, if I'm being cared for, someone else is being burdened. So they minimize their needs. They apologize for wanting support. They feel guilty for resting, asking, or depending. Receiving care feels unfamiliar, almost uncomfortable, as though it doesn't belong to them. Guarded empathy. Sixth is guarded empathy. Growing up too fast sharpens emotional awareness. They sense shifts in mood, anticipate problems, and read people with uncanny precision. But they also protect themselves by staying guarded. They know the cost of caring without boundaries, so they keep empathy behind walls. Final message. If you grew up too fast, psychology doesn't call you broken. It says your nervous system adapted to pressure early. You learned responsibility before safety, strength before softness. Healing doesn't mean losing strength. It means realizing you're finally allowed to rest. Did you carry more than a child ever should? And are you still holding that weight today?